Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous, and here's his story. Hi, Ollie. I hope you are well. I'm going to send you some money on PayPal if it lets me. Otherwise, feel free to use part or none of this as you please. My story, if you will, is about my parents and extended family. Some are narcissists, some are assholes. I don't know which or which, but I hope if you choose to take some of my story for your channel, you can use it somehow to help someone else. I've concluded it's best to have little to do with these kinds of people as possible when you are old enough to be legally independent. Please do not waste your time trying to help or change narcissists. They have zero interest in honesty or change. It was on my birthday I realized what a bunch of narcissists I have around me. Although this was hardly the first time this thought had crossed my mind, listening to channels including yours on the topic seemed to have made this sink in. My extended family, some not all, my sister and my father all have the same thing in common. I'm expected to give them gifts, visit or call and make sure they have a good time if I'm there, almost like an event organizer. However, when it's time for my birthday, I'm lucky if I get even one text message wishing me a happy birthday. I know I can't expect people to want to celebrate my birthday, but it seems absurd that I am expected to put in so much effort year after year and get nothing in return. Their birthdays are like a national holiday and mine's an inconvenience, apparently. I would have been happy with someone keeping me company for an hour and drinking a couple of sodas. My father and most of the other boomers in my family boast about their overseas trips repeatedly. When I share my travels, it's, "You went there, I don't remember that," or "That's not a good place to visit." It's the same with hobbies, among other things, right? It's always a competition, dude. And if they're going overseas, I'd question. I'm wondering if you're Asian. I am. I'm wondering if you're Asian because it sounds like a story. Another guy used to write to me with an Asian family. Same exact dynamic. It was a few people, actually. Same exact dynamic. One male child is somehow made into the black sheep. Of the entire family. And the abuse they actually get from their sisters is worse than what they get from their parents. As I don't want to make this into a massive piece of writing, I'll give you a list of some of the highlights of my family experiences. As a kid, my father threatened to crush us into a wall and kill us while I suspect he was drink driving with me in the car. Threats of being drowned, being belted, and in some instances I was smacked, basically beaten up. I got blamed for my parents considering getting a divorce. I've been there. Been there, done that, dude. Been there, done that. You're blamed for all your parents' problems. That's what a true black sheep is. The true black sheep is to be blamed for everything. For everything. The reality is they were cheating on one another. Not typical baby boomers. When I was depressed at about 18, my mother said she was sick of my depression and I should consider killing myself rather than moping around. That sounds like an Asian mother. That sounds like an evil Asian mother. I'm sorry. My parents and relatives treat me more like a friend of convenience than a relative. Like all good narc boomers, both of my parents always tell me that never happened, or I remembered it wrong when I have tried to bring the abuse up. My father says, "Don't live in the past." Yeah, they are touching all the narc bases. Anyway, I hope this acts as something someone can get some positive thing from. All the best, Ollie. Anonymous man from the Asia Pacific region. I knew it. I knew you were Asian. I knew it. I knew it by how this was written, by how you were treating, by how you were treated. There is this subtext, this subculture within Asian culture where this narcissism is rampant, and it's usually a male child. It can be a female, but it's usually a one male child that is made the black sheep, the scapegoat for everything and everything to be pinned on in their life. Their marital problems, their cheating, their drinking. You are to be compared to every other sibling, cousin, family member, in that you're not as good as them. You're not as good as them. You don't do as good things as them. You've never done good things to them. You don't go to the places they go. The places you go aren't as superior to the places they go. That's being a black sheep, man. I knew it. I knew it just by how this was written. That you were from that you were from one of those Asian Pacific Islands. I knew it. I could tell. You're not alone. I'll tell you this, Anonymous. You are not alone. You are not alone. There are a bunch of other stories. I wish I knew where they were on this channel from men from your area of the world. Exact same dynamics. It was the sister thing that really tipped it off. It's and for some reason in the Asian culture, when there is a black sheep male child, the sisters are even worse, end up being worse than the parents for some reason. And the parents are horrible. And it's driven from your mother. This is all coming from your mother. Your mother telling you to kill yourself. That is an Asian thing to do. That is like the suicide thing is like suicide for honor. And not only suicide for honor, suicide for their pity. Because not only would you go kill yourself, your mother, your sisters, all of them would have been crying, my poor boy, for the pity party. Don't give it to them. You're not alone in this one. You're not. You are a black sheep, and that's the thing you have to realize about yourself. You are a black sheep. Nothing you do, say, go to, have, buy, give is ever going to be good enough. And none of your kind actions, none of your given actions will ever be reciprocal, will ever be paid back. Will there ever be an equal basis? That's the whole, in their minds, in their eyes, that's the whole point of your life. The whole point of the black sheep's life to the narcissist is to take the blame. That's the only reason you should exist to them. So get them out of your life, however you have to, and keep them out, because it's never going to change. But be prepared when you try to go no contact from these people, especially from Asian narcissists. They are among the worst. They are among the most gang stalkerish of the narcissists. They will keep coming and coming. They will come with guilt and anger and lies. And then calling you crazy. And then more calls for you to commit suicide. And that'll be from your mother. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for your contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to have a private video made, or you'd just like to make a contribution in the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.